Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel and happy Monday. I am in an excellent mood this Monday morning. The sun is shining, the clocks have gone forward, and it was broad daylight when I woke up at 6 a.m. this morning, which just makes me so happy. I feel like it always kind of comes really slowly, and then obviously the second the clocks change, it's like boom, we have daylight, and it just makes me so happy. We've officially surpassed the like 12-hour daylight days now, which I'm absolutely loving. I can hear the birds twittering away outside my window, and it just puts me in the best mood. And I've just been getting myself ready for the day, been doing my hair, my makeup, haven't quite decided what I'm going to wear today, so I've just got my robe on at the moment. But before I got dressed, before I got fully ready, I have a couple of new bits that arrived that I wanted to try out with this morning's makeup that I'm really excited about. And I am thrilled to let you guys know that I am working with Farfetch again on today's video to bring you a new discount code. I cannot even tell you how many DMs, comments, messages I get asking for discount codes with Farfetch, because they just have so many brands on there, and brands that you would normally never be able to shop at a discount. So it is so exciting whenever I can bring you my 10% discount code. So I will leave it on screen now for you guys to use. I am so excited that I can bring it back for you guys today. And actually I've got a couple of beauty products from Farfetch to show you that I have been shopping recently, and you guys know how much I adore Charlotte Tilbury. The lipstick I'm wearing today, and I've been having a few messages about my lips recently, is my favorite Charlotte Tilbury. I can't remember the name of this. I think it's the airbrush lip gloss, something like that. I will obviously leave it linked down below. It's in the shade Pillow Talk, which is literally like my favorite shade that Charlotte Tilbury does. It really is like a Your Lips but better kind of a shade, and I absolutely adore it because it's just so like easy to wear, very nourishing and moisturizing because of the weird weather we've been having recently. The like rain, sun, a little bit chilly, not so chilly. I feel like my lips have been so dry, so this has been great at giving me a little bit of color but also nourishing and moisturizing my lips. And it kind of reignited my love for Charlotte Tilbury. I feel like I kind of forgot about them as a brand for a little while, and actually this has just reminded me how amazing they are. So I picked up a couple of new products that I wanted to try from Charlotte Tilbury, and you can shop Charlotte Tilbury 10% off at Farfetch. They have loads of great beauty brands on there actually. I feel like sometimes people forget that Farfetch do beauty as well. They even do homeware, which is just absolutely insane. So I will leave Charlotte Tilbury links down below along to my products that I picked up. So first of all, this is the Flawless Finish Airbrush Brightening powder that I am really excited to try. I've not actually tried this before, but I have been looking for like the perfect kind of just like mattifying but not too, it's really hard to describe. I basically want it to be like an airbrush, which I guess is exactly what this is. So it's this basic like white powder. This is actually a refill that I picked up. Did not realize I picked up a refill, but yeah, I love the fact that they do that. So this is just like, as you can see, a white plain powder, and I thought this would be a really great one to try because I'm looking a little bit dewy this morning, and I don't want to take away that glow, but I do just want to, oh wow, oh my goodness, that is, can you see that? I don't know if it's going to come across on camera, but as I'm doing it, it's literally just airbrushing, literally airbrushing my skin. I am just obsessed with that. Oh, this is a cult product for a reason. I cannot believe that I have never tried this before. This has just given me such a perfect like finish without taking away that like glow, without taking away the like glossy skin. I really like that. That is absolutely amazing. And then the other product that I picked up is again from their airbrush range, and I feel like Charlotte Tilbury are just so well known for their airbrush range, and this is the Airbrush Party All Night Stay All Day setting spray. And I've been looking for a really gorgeous new setting spray. Can we just appreciate how beautiful that is? The packaging is just absolutely amazing. The product selection that Farfetch have of Charlotte Tilbury products is just absolutely incredible. So I definitely recommend checking them out if you are looking for any new beauty topics. And as I said, they have so many other beauty brands on there. So I wanted to give this a try as well because I feel like it just makes all the difference with regards to your makeup staying all day, not smudging, your mascara not ending up under your eyes, using a good setting spray. So I'm really excited to try this. Ooh, first impressions, that smells amazing. Oh my goodness. It just says on the back, primes and sets for up to 16 hours. Instantly lock in your look for makeup magic that looks just applied. Hold 6 to 8 inches away and mist over entire face before and after. Apply makeup. Oh, you can do this before as well. Oh, we'll have to try that next time. But I love the fact that it's not like a heavy watery spray. I have had some sprays in the past where they've been so like watery that I almost see like water drops on my face, or like it smudges my mascara a little bit. That is just so like fine. That really is just like a mist to spray on your face. I absolutely love that. So basically I've just given myself the most flawless makeup finish today with my new products. I'm so excited about that. But yeah, 10% off Charlotte Tilbury at Farfetch just excites me so much. Right, I need to get myself ready and dressed for the day because I have a couple of other products from Farfetch to unbox with you that I am so excited about. Okay, dressed and ready for the day, and I have just put on my favorite little dress, my fishy on a dishy dress from Ella May, and I've been keeping an eye out for this for when this drops on Farfetch, because if you remember I actually picked this up back in February when I went to the Farfetch showroom in London, and I have been keeping an eye. I've been literally refreshing Farfetch every single day because so many of you guys want to shop this. So I will leave a link down below to Ella May because they have a few other really cute dresses. They've got one that's the exact same style as this, and it's got like breakfast food on it, which is just so cool. I love these dresses. Like the silhouette is just gorgeous. Like it just skims your waistline so beautifully. Love the puff sleeves, and I love the fact that they've got these like different patterns, different prints. If you're looking for something less like garish, they do have this really gorgeous like peachy coloured one, which just kind of has this like really lovely swirly pattern, which I really like. But there's one thing as well that I love about Farfetch, because I had never heard of Ella May before discovering them on Farfetch, and you guys, a lot of you had heard of it. I guess the reason why I probably never had heard of it before, and probably never would have discovered it if it wasn't for Farfetch, is because it's actually an Australian brand. So in terms of shipping, in terms of import, in terms of like getting the dresses to myself, I never would have been able to shop them if it wasn't for Farfetch. So I love the fact that you can shop retailers all over the world, brands that you would never normally get to discover, that you can try out, test out, and add into your wardrobe. And I'm definitely going to be adding more Ella May dresses into my wardrobe as soon as the weather picks up, because they have some really beautiful ones. They're like super high quality, but they're not too expensive, so you really just have these lovely luxury high-end dresses, like high quality, beautifully designed dresses. And I mean, especially this one, they are real talking pieces. You may have also seen behind me that I have quite a few boxes to unbox with you guys. I've been doing a little bit of shopping on Farfetch and adding in some really perfect spring wardrobe staples. You guys know what I'm like when it comes to my shopping at the moment. I really want to be adding in pieces of my wardrobe that are filling gaps, that are going to be working really hard, that I'm going to get my cost per wear out of. And especially when it comes to these like higher price pointed, more luxury pieces, I really want to make sure they are going to work so hard in my wardrobe, and I am so excited to show you what I've picked up. Okay, starting with big boy right here, and this is probably the most exciting purchase because this is a new bag, and I feel like I have been missing a bag with this criteria in my wardrobe for quite a while, and I've been really noticing it recently, especially with my trips into London. I feel like basically the second I kind of moved down to Hampshire and had to start commuting a little bit more, it was something that I really noticed was missing in my handbag collection, and something that I really wanted to like fill the gap, but I didn't want to impulse purchase something that wasn't quite right. I wanted it to be the perfect item and like exactly what I was looking for. So in here we have a new Mulberry bag. Oh my goodness me, it's just absolutely huge, taking up like the entire screen. But if you know me, you will know that Mulberry is one of my favorite designers, and I love shopping them on Farfetch. In fact, every single one of my Mulberry bags I got on Farfetch, because I just find like the shipping is so easy, the import is so easy, the prices are really competitive as well, because different retailers sell them for different prices, and they have the best range. Like I always find if you find something is out of stock on like the main retailer's website, check out Farfetch, because they will usually have it in stock. Because of the fact that they have all of these different retailers, all of these different consignment stores, it means that they can usually source it from somewhere. So this is a bag that I have had my eye on for ages, and I thought, you know what, now is the time to take this plunge. I feel like this is the perfect spring handbag, and this is very different to anything else in my collection because I don't know if you can tell, but this is probably one of the biggest handbags I own, and I've just been really missing like a commuter's handbag, one that can fit in everything that I need whenever I'm heading into London. My laptop, my water bottle, like my purse, my keys, everything that I need to take with me into London. And this is one of those handbags that I feel like is just going to be like an heirloom piece. I think it's just going to look better with time. The more bashed up and used it looks, the better. It really is one of those vintage handbag pieces. So I'm so excited to have added in the large mulberry Bayswater. Oh my goodness me, look how beautiful she is. Now of course I had to get her in tan. And actually, when it came to the colorway of this bag, I was a little bit torn whether to go for a classic black or a tan, but I do feel like tan works in my wardrobe no matter what the season, and this is going to be a completely seasonless handbag. Like, this is the kind of thing that I use in summer, autumn, winter and spring, and I feel like tan is just one of those colorways that just goes with absolutely everything in my wardrobe. So of course we've got the flat lock, which I think is really great because it makes it super secure. It's got the plastic on at the moment. It's a super secure handbag, which is great when you're going in and out of London. I've had a couple of big tote bags that literally like don't even close, don't have any kind of clasp, and I do feel a little bit nervous walking around with them. Also, it's got feet, which is a big criteria for me. There's nothing worse than when you have to put your handbag down on the floor and it doesn't have any feet to protect it. I always get so nervous about that. So yeah, I thought this was just the perfect addition into my handbag collection, and to be able to shop Mulberry handbags 10% off is just absolutely insane. So I would definitely check out their new bags, get the most out of my code, and treat yourself to a new Mulberry. I just love her. I just absolutely love her. She is so beautiful. I cannot wait to get my wear out of her. I'm actually heading away on a trip in a week, so this might be the perfect handbag because it's a bit of a road trip. So this might be the perfect kind of like, I don't want to call it a cabin bag, but like car bag to keep with me so that I have everything I need. That is actually a really good idea. So I think she's going to get a lot of use very quickly, but oh, I just don't want to put her down. She's so gorgeous. Okay, I've put her down, I've composed myself, ready to unbox the next item. Now this is something that I spotted on Farfetch that is brand new from Jacquemus, and again, this is something that I love. I feel like they always have like the newest stock, the latest pieces, and I haven't actually seen this anywhere else, and I feel like this ticks so many boxes for me with regards to sunglasses. I mean, just look at the packaging, it's so cute. So you've got this little pouch that they come in, and this is the most gorgeous pair of tortoiseshell oval sunglasses that I think I have ever seen, and my favorite thing about them is the sides. I don't know if you can see, but it actually has Jacquemus written all along the sides, and I fell in love with these. I mean, how gorgeous, how bougie are these? And I've actually really struggled with oval sunglasses in the past. Like, I've really liked quite a few different brands and quite a few different designers, but it was something I was talking to with a friend actually. As a glasses wearer, I can definitely tell you what's like going to be more comfortable on your face, what's going to kind of like sit better, and I always find having a metal like earpiece here it's always so much more comfortable because I just find they have a little bit more movement. They're not going to be as like tight on your head, on the back of your ear. So if you're like me and you've really struggled, you've really liked a lot of pair of oval sunglasses but haven't found like the right ones, you've always found them a bit tight, a little bit uncomfortable, I would definitely recommend having a look at these because these fit my face perfectly, like absolutely perfectly. I love how they look, and I decided to go for the tortoiseshell because I do find the browns in the tortoiseshells a little bit less stark than like a pair of black sunglasses, so I thought they were just so gorgeous, and the way that they say Jacquemus on them, oh my goodness me, I absolutely love them. I'm not normally into like garish branding and like really out there designs, but this I actually really like. I think it just looks really cool because it's not exactly in your face, it's on the side of your face, so it's totally okay. So I'm definitely going to be taking these away with me as well. They also come in black, so I will link both down below, but for me the tortoiseshell was just an absolute must. And the last item I wanted to show you is a really gorgeous accessory that I thought would be perfect to add into my wardrobe for spring and summer. And can we just take a minute to talk about this packaging? Look how cute this is packaged. We've got a little sage green bow, and it has come from Vitcac. FitCat potentially, which, as I said, they have retailers all over the world that they can choose from. So I literally don't even want to like properly open it because it's just so gorgeous. But this is a gorgeous silk scarf. Now this is something I've been wanting to add into my wardrobe for a little while now, like a really lovely high quality high-end scarf. But I do feel like in terms of prices, they can just be absolutely ridiculous when it comes to different designers depending on where you shop, until I discovered that Coach actually do some really stunning silk scarves, and they have quite a few on Farfetch that I will leave linked down below. But this one I just fell in love with. So if you look, it's got this little like horse and carriage design, which is so cute. And it was mainly the colors that I fell in love with this, because so many scarves are like very garish, very loud, very out there, and I didn't want it to be. I wanted it to be super like pared back and neutral so that I can wear it with absolutely anything. Now with these scarves you can do so much with them. I know a lot of girls that wear them as tops. Very brave, kudos to you. Don't think that could be me. I'm more of like a add it to an outfit as an accessory to kind of elevate it. So I can add it to my Mulberry Bayswater, I can like tie it in my hair, I can wear it as a belt, I can add it around my neck. Like there's so many things that you can do with silk scarves, and I love the size of this. It's absolutely huge. Look at that. And I just thought this colorway was so perfect. The like light neutral tones are just so gorgeous for going into spring summer, and they're going to be able to be styled up with absolutely anything. So this was such a perfect addition into my wardrobe. Farfetch stock so many silk scarves at loads of different price points, so if you are looking for something a little bit bougier, definitely check out them as well. But for me, I didn't want to break the bank, I didn't want to spend too much money, but I did want something very luxurious and high-end. So I'm so glad that I discovered Coach have silk scarves on Farfetch, because I just thought this was such a great addition into my spring summer wardrobe. So some really gorgeous new accessories to add into my wardrobe, all of which you can shop 10% off at Farfetch. Just to kind of give you a size reference of the Mulberry Bayswater, because I know a lot of us have the similar problem with regards to handbags. Being smaller girls, it can be really tricky when it comes to like big tote bags and big like work handbags, not having them like overwhelm you. And this, I feel like, is just the perfect size. Like you can fit your laptop in there, you can fit everything that you need, but it's not overwhelming me, like it's not swamping me, which I really like, especially when I hold it on my shoulder. I feel like it just sits so nicely. So it really is the perfect handbag. I am absolutely in love with her. Can you tell I have a type? My 3 favorite handbags in my collection. She's already gone to top 3. Already gone there, but just to give you kind of like a size reference as well, next to my other 2 Mulberries, literally honestly, Mulberry from Farfetch, Mulberry from Farfetch, Mulberry from Farfetch. They are just my favorites. So this is the mini Bayswater, which I love. This is a great everyday handbag, and it's not actually too much bigger. It really is a great size. I love the look of it, and I feel like, do you know, it's quite funny. I feel like these 3 bags, this is basically a combination of my 2 favorite handbags, the Bayswater style with the Alexa tan colour mixed together to create this beauty. Also love the fact that it's a grainy leather, so it means that it's not going to scratch, it's not going to mark. I've had this one for about 2 years and I use it almost every single day, and it's barely scratched. Obviously the Alexa's got a much softer leather, so it's still grainy but it's softer, and as you can see, it's got a bit of like movement to it, which I do quite like. I think it looks really lovely, and as I said, I think this is one of those handbags where actually it's going to look better with time, and the more it's like bashed up, the more it's used, the more kind of vintagey it looks, I think the better, which is just my favorite thing with Mulberry handbags. They are so timeless and classic, and they really do last because they're not like a trend item. They're one of those classic timeless pieces you'll be able to hand down to your daughters, your granddaughters. So it's really exciting that I'm like growing my collection, and I feel like these 3 are just chef's kiss. I'm just having a little play around with the Coach scarf, and what do we think about this? I really like it. I don't know if I've done it very well. Please let me know if there's like an art to doing this, where you do like the twilly on the handle, because I see so many girls do it and it looks really like chic and not bumpy. I feel like I've done it a little bit bumpy, but I love how it looks with the bag. But this wasn't actually how I was planning on styling up this Coach. Let me show you what I kind of had envisioned for it. So the original plan for this silk scarf was to style it up with my gorgeous little Longchamp La Pliage net bag. Now this is actually a bag you may remember that I got last year for my birthday from Alex, who actually picked it up on Farfetch because you couldn't at the time get it anywhere else, and this is actually a really, really tricky bag to get your hands on. I think Longchamp released a very small number of them, but Farfetch do have some in stock, so I will leave that linked down below as well. But I saw it recently and it was a really, really cool way that they'd styled it up, where basically they used a silk scarf to essentially line the bag. So in terms of like colorways, I definitely wanted it to be white and neutral, but you can add in blue, reds, greens, like you can add in your favorite colorway to really add a little pop of something. And it's a great way to make this bag a bit more usable, because obviously with the netting of it, it's not exactly the most practical handbag. I love it in the summer just to throw in like sunglasses, your purse, your phone, like that's all I really throw in there, because it's not as if someone can reach their hand in. Like, it is still secure, it's just that you can see it. So I thought it would be really, really cool to try it, to do the kind of scarf inside, line the bag with it, and see if I can make something work. But I'm not sure how they did it. I think they maybe they tied the edges to the handles. Let's see. 3 hours later. Okay, it's a little bit fiddly, but I think I've done it. Although I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I did not see little bunny ear ties when I saw the actual styling. So maybe I need to look this up online, but it has like lined the bag, so you can put everything in it, and it means people aren't going to see through, but you still have the gorgeous netting detail in the Longchamp bag, and it still means that it, you know, looks really cute, really chic, really sleek, but you've just got the actual like silk scarf in there. So I definitely need to look into the styling of it more, so that I can make it a little bit more like filled out, so you can see the actual like pattern on the scarf, and make sure that we've not got bunny ears up here. But I don't think it's too bad, you know. I think it's a really, really cute way of being able to wear this bag a little bit more throughout summer, because it really is one of my absolute favorites. So I'll leave this bag linked down below as well, because it really has been one that I didn't expect to get so much wear out of. But last summer, oh my goodness me, did I wear this baby. I love the fact that it's got obviously the like tan leather and kind of creamy color. You can also pick up these bags in different colors, but for me, obviously, it just had to be neutral. But I feel like I've made something work with that. Let me know what you guys think. So it's a little while later now, and I suddenly remembered today I actually do have a meeting at lunchtime. I'm not heading into London today, but I do have a lunchtime meeting with my accountant, and I thought, what better time to use the Bayswater for the first time and give her a little bit of a trial run than my meeting today. So I thought we could do almost like a bit of a what's in my handbag, but kind of like reverse. So instead of taking things out to show you what is in my bag, I'm going to put it in so that we can see exactly what she fits. Obviously starting off with my laptop. I've got the MacBook 13, I'm not entirely sure. I think it's like the 2021 version. Oh, MacBook Pro. MacBook Pro, I think 13 inches, I'm not entirely sure, I'm not a techie, but she is going to slot in there. Fits so perfectly as well, can you see that? Like, that's just the perfect size for a MacBook. We're then going to put in my Carico planner, which I could not go to any meetings without this. I always have to have this with me because it just has everything in it. I am a pen and paper kind of gal, like everything is written down in pen and paper that I need. So I always bring this with me so I can make notes, we can know what's going on, and I can keep track of everything. And I've also got the Carico pen attached to it as well, so that is going to slot right in there, which fits absolutely perfectly as well. We'll then take my new sunglasses because the sun is in and out today, and I might need them whilst we're driving, so new sunglasses are going in there as well. They fit, oh my goodness, this is all fitting so perfect. I then always have with me this Jo Malone makeup bag. This is something I got sent, it was like a press release so long ago, but I actually always keep this with me because I change my handbags a lot, as you guys know, and this is a great trick if you change your handbags and you don't want to have to keep taking like everything out manually. Like, I basically keep everything that I need in here. So I've got like a spare lipstick, painkillers, hairbands, plasters. So this is almost like my emergency kit that I always keep with me, so that can slot in there as well. Oh, it's fitting so perfectly. Okay, keys and wallet. And that is all I need to take with me. And as you can see, that is all fitted absolutely perfectly. And in terms of weight, it's not too heavy a bag, obviously, because everything that is in there, that is like giving it a little bit of weight. But I quite like the fact that because it's just leather, it's not got too much hardware. It's not a heavy bag in itself. So the heaviness comes from what is inside. So I am ready to go for my lunchtime meeting with my new gorgeous little handbag, fitting everything in it that I need. Oh my goodness me, she could not be any more perfect. Good morning, everyone. I am not going to lie to you. I did not pick up the camera after my lunchtime meeting. It was a meeting with my accountant, and numbers just frazzle me. Absolutely frazzle me. I don't know if I've mentioned before, but I actually have dyslexia, and I do find numbers particularly rather difficult. I remember actually whenever it came to exams, I actually had a reader for my exams, so I would have someone that would like read out things to me, and I usually would end up with like extra time, and I got put in a separate room and things like that. And I remember whenever I used to do like practices for my exams and things like that, one of the worst things I used to do, particularly in maths, and it used to frustrate my dad so much, I would just switch numbers, or like even switch symbols. Like it would be, you know, really simple. What's 2 plus 4? And I would kind of just like switch it. So then like halfway down I'd be like, okay, so it's 2 minus 4, okay, and then 4 minus 2, okay, and I would literally, like, as it worked down the page, you could just see where like one number just switched in my brain. And yeah, so it was rather draining yesterday, but it was rather exciting. Cooking dinner last night, and it's still being broad daylight. I am absolutely loving it. I feel like sad season is officially over. If you have seasonal affective disorder like I do, you'll be just as excited about the new season change as I am. But I wanted to show you something that arrived, and I feel like it is the perfect item that I have been missing so much, and I've seen quite a few people talking about them. And this has actually been sent over really kindly from Alex's mum. She had it, and like when we saw, and this has actually been really kindly sent over from Alex's mum. She had one of these, and we went out for lunch, and she put it on the table with her bag, because she has some really lovely handbags. And I was just like, oh my goodness, that is genius. And I've seen a few people talking about these recently. It is a foldable handbag hook. Now, I'm not entirely sure where she's got it from, but I'll see if I can find something similar online. And it's basically so that you don't have to put your handbag on the floor. It is absolutely genius. So it's this tiny little disc. I don't know if you can see it, but she's chosen me a really beautiful one. She had like a little owl on hers, and she's chosen me this one that's got this like floral print. Almost looks to me like a Monet water lilies painting type thing. It's so pretty. But yeah, it's this little disc, and then basically you open up this side bit. It's like metallic, and this like opens up and pulls round, and it's a hook for your handbag. I mean, my mind is literally blown. If you're like me and you've got lots of nice designer handbags, and I know I always talk about this a lot, and this is something that I feel like maybe it will mean that my criteria can change with my handbags. I always have such a particular criteria. Has to have a top handle, has to have a crossbody, has to have a good closure, has to have feet, because I really hate it when you have to put your bag on the floor. Well, if any of my handbags don't have feet anymore, this will be able to save it. So it means you don't have to put your handbag on the floor. If you go out to a restaurant, if you're on a train, anything like that, you literally hang your handbag on this, and it means that it's not going to get dirty, it's not going to get mucky. And as you guys will have seen from my handbag collection video, there are a few of my bags that are starting to get a little bit battered, a little bit bruised, and a little bit worn, and I really want to take care of them. Obviously they are very high price pointed bags. They are luxury items, and you know I always talk about cost per wear, and I want to make sure that I get my cost per wear out of them. I keep them looking pristine for as long as possible. So this is an absolute revelation to me. This has blown my mind. So just to give an example of how to use my little bag holder with my new baby, this is the size difference for reference. Like, it is so tiny and not heavy at all. Actually, I have seen some in the past that have been almost like paperweights, whereas this one is like super lightweight, and I really am just obsessed with this print. I'm gonna see if it's gonna focus. Like, look at how pretty that is. It's absolutely gorgeous. So it's not like an ugly thing you're putting on the table. So just whip it out your bag. I can literally get it open one-handed. Like, it's so simple. Then you put it on the edge of the table like this, so it really does hang down like a little hook. So it's super clever. And then literally just with the handles of your bag, hook it round so it sits like this, and then it means your bag is not touching the floor. So whether you're at a restaurant, whether you're traveling, whatever it is you are doing, this is literally game changing in terms of designer handbags. So I'm going to add this to my Jo Malone beauty bag, because I want to make sure that I have it no matter what handbag I have, because any of my beauties, I do not want to get them mucky. I do not want to get them on the floor. So I love this. I'm so obsessed. Really grateful to Alex's mum for sending this over, because I think this is going to change my life when it comes to my my designer handbag. So I'll see if I can find something similar, link it down below for you guys, because this is genius. Absolutely genius. I've just realised I've not actually shown you today's outfit of the day yet. I'm wearing another gorgeous little spring number. This is a little next number, which I absolutely adore. It's this like creamy with brown, kind of chocolate brown polka dot number dress, and the silhouette of it is just my favourite. The way that it just kind of like tucks in at the waist, very like Regency-esque, which I really, really love. And it's got like similar sleeves to the Alame dress that I was wearing yesterday, like a little bit poofy, but nothing too much. This kind of silhouette is my absolute favourite. Although it's not quite the weather that we had yesterday. We had gorgeous sunshine. It felt like the beginning of spring. And then today, it's taken a turn for the worse, but I'm not planning on leaving the house, so I'm still going to be manifesting spring in my wardrobe and with what I'm wearing. Now, speaking of spring summer dresses, you guys know what I am like. I am always on the hunt for some gorgeous spring summer dresses to add into my wardrobe, because they're just my uniform at this time of year. They're timeless, they're classic, they're wearable, they're comfortable, yet elevated. I love me a spring summer dress, and there are certain brands that, you know, I'm absolutely obsessed with, like Alame. I've literally been going on and checking Farfetch every single day to see what's coming into stock, what they're bringing out, because I've fallen in love with their dresses. But one brand that I actually have not shopped on for years and stumbled upon the other day is Saint and Sophia. I think the last time I shopped at Saint and Sophia was maybe 3-4 years ago. I know it was back when we lived in our old flat, so I think it might have been 3 or 4 years ago. And they have some gorgeous dresses. They're a bit more of like an independent-y brand, and I really love the pieces that they have. The first time I discovered them was actually when I bought their book. It's called like Everything Black, Always in Black, something like that. It's all about styling gorgeous all black outfits, and I absolutely loved the book. So the founder wrote the book, I discovered the brand that way, and I love their pieces, and I can't believe that I've kind of like forgotten about them. Like, they've not been on my radar for a really long time. And I had a look on their website the other day, and they had some really, really gorgeous pieces for spring, summer, some really like timeless classic dresses. I do actually have a couple of dresses in my wardrobe from Saint and Sophia that have lasted me about 4 or 5 years from the last time I shopped from them. And in terms of price points, I'd say they sit at that kind of like premium high street, like luxury high street price point, which I feel like is such a good price point to shop at when it comes to these timeless classic pieces, because you know they're going to last, they're going to stand the test of time, and you can mix and match what you style with them. Obviously, you can go for your gorgeous luxury designer handbags and really, really elevate the look, but then you can chuck on like a high street cardigan. You can put some like easy trainers on with it. Like, there's so many different ways to style these dresses, so many different price points to play about with, and that's what I always love being able to do. So let me show you what I picked up, because I think you guys are going to love these pieces. Now, this first dress isn't going to look like much on the hanger. I feel like this is something that kind of like, until you style it up, looks a bit meh, but is the kind of dress that once you've kind of like cinched in the waist and added your styling pieces, is going to be so key in my spring summer wardrobe. I've really been looking for these like foundational wardrobe pieces, and a little white dress for spring summer is that for me. And I really, really loved the silhouette of this when I saw it online. They'd styled it up really beautifully. I really loved the way they wore it, and my favorite part about it was this back detail. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it, but they've got this like broderie on glace back detail, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. I quite liked the fact that this was sleeveless. I don't have many sleeveless dresses in my wardrobe. I feel like they are so key, especially when it's like 30 degrees. We've got a heat wave here in the UK. I like to have like arms out, be free. If you're going to be in the garden pottering about, it's really, really nice to have your arms free, but it's still nice and like covered, so it is like a mid-axi length. And with regards to the skirt, you guys know how I feel about tiered details on a skirt. They are just so great at elevating your look. As a shorter girl, I love them because they really elongate your body, pull the eye up, and make you look taller. So I just thought this was such a gorgeous dress to add into my wardrobe. The kind of thing that's so easy to wear, easy to style, but really, really elevated, and so perfect for British summertime. Oh my goodness me, can we just take a moment for this dress? This is just absolutely perfect for summers here in the UK, and you could definitely style it up. Actually, for now, you can easily wear like a blazer over the top. A long line cardigan would look so gorgeous, but I just feel like the material, the fabric, it is everything I've been looking for in like the perfect little white dress for summer. It is just gorgeous, and of course I've cinched in the waist and I've pulled it in like as much as I want to. That is one thing I love about these drawstring waists. You can cinch it in or have it as loose as you want. If you wanted to, you could wear it smart, but I definitely think it looks better when you've got a little bit of a silhouette silhouette and a little bit of a cinched in waist. I really, really love it when a dress has a belt like kind of tailored into it, like sewn into it, because I just feel like it makes the styling of it so much easier. If you wanted to, you could easily kind of pull the drawstring round and style up your own belt with it. I think that would also look really, really lovely if you wanted to maybe elevate the dress a little bit. But I just love the like plain white, and then of course you've got the gorgeous broderie detail on the back. And in terms of the see-throughness of the dress, it is not see-through at all. I of course have nude underwear underneath, but there's no shadowing, there's no kind of like layers or anything that you can see, and I really, really love that. You can see just how like well made this dress is. And I've just started up with my little tan ballet flats, and how good would this look actually if you've got like meeting days in London with my new mulberry bag. This would be absolutely gorgeous, you know, in like the height of summer when you just want to be super comfortable but you still want to look professional, you still want to look smart. This is perfect for that. I always get questions about like office wear, work wear, things like that, and I know I'm not the best at giving advice, especially because every single office is different. Everyone's like dress code is completely different. This would have been absolutely fine for me to wear to my old office job, especially in summer, because the shoulders are nice and covered, but you've still got your arms out. It's nice and lightweight and just so professional and tailored, yet light and beautiful and stunning. I just cannot gush about this dress anymore. I love how it looks with the mulberry bag and the tan ballet flats as well. I think it's just absolutely gorgeous, the kind of dress that I can imagine myself living in the height of summer. If I like it, I'll just get it in another colour. If I like it, I'll just get it in another colour. If they have it in another colour, I'll just get it. Honestly, I am horrendous when it comes to that kind of thing, but once I like something, I just want to wear it in loads of different variations, loads of different colorways. And when I saw this one on Saint and Sophia, I could not resist. It's very, very similar. Exactly the same print, exactly the same cut, but the material on it is completely different. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but it's got this like black and gold detailing. I would say this one is definitely a lot more formal than the white one. The white one is like the epitome of like high summer, in the garden, on the weekend, paired with some slides. I don't want to think about my outfit, I don't want to think about what I'm wearing, I just want to be comfortable but still look nice. This is the kind of thing that I feel like you could style up a little bit more, and is a bit more of like a going out piece, not like going out in the evening, but you know, going to see friends, going shopping, going to the garden centre, anything like that, purely because of the material and the pattern that it has. I really, really love this. I just thought it was absolutely gorgeous. Again, it's got the same like tie waist detail that you just cinch in. Of course, you can add your own belt as well, but if you want to be comfortable, this is so perfect. So another one that I just thought was absolutely gorgeous. I just fell in love with these dresses and I couldn't resist picking up both of them, because if I like it, I'll just get it in another colour. What I always find so fascinating about doing dress hauls and like branded hauls and being the kind of person that wants to pick up the same item in different colourways, different patterns, is this is the exact same dress, like the same cut, the same silhouette, the same shape, but purely because they've used a different fabric, it feels so different. Like the other one felt very professional, very workwear-y, and actually this one feels a bit more casual, which is not what I was expecting. I thought because of the colorway, because it's got these like gold flecks in it, I thought it would feel even more formal, but to me this actually feels a little bit more casual. And I really, hang on a second. Oh, guys, the dresses have pockets. I did not realize that in the other one. I'm gonna have to double check the other one, but I'm sure it's also going to have pockets. That is game changing. That is absolutely game changing. They have just gone from here to all the way up here now because of that fact. I love a dress with pockets. But anyway, moving back onto the dress, I feel like that this actually feels a little bit more casual. I do really like it. I love the pattern and the colorway. It's a little bit more see-through than the plain white one, which is again not what I was expecting, but I think it's the material that they have used. But I love the way that it's like the cinched in waist. I had a dress like this actually from Coast that I wore so much, because I just love being able to pull in my waist without having to think about a belt, without having to think about how I'm going to be styling it. But speaking of styling, I am wearing black with this one because of the like black printing on it. It's funny though, because far away you cannot see the like speckles at all. It's not until you come really close that you can see the gold and black speckles. But I think this works throughout really well with black accessories. So I've gone for my black mulberry handbag, my black ballet flats. It feels less work weary and more just kind of like weekend style in summertime, but I really like it. And again, what I was saying about the skirts is this kind of like tiering on a skirt, especially a skirt that's more of like a mid-axi length, is really great at separating itself. It almost kind of gives it like a cut-off line and makes you look taller. Like I really, really like it at elongating your body and elongating your legs. It's almost as if you've got like 3 sections to this dress. You've got the top half, half of your leg, and then the bottom half of your leg. And I really do feel like that pulls the eye up. So another absolutely stunning dress. This is definitely going to be staying. And it's amazing that I've got these 2 dresses that are so similar yet so different. So I can justify keeping both of them. I don't know if you guys can. And lastly, something completely different. So you can't get mad at me that I bought 2 dresses that are pretty much identical. This one is totally different and I just fell in love with it. I have noticed this paisley print is very big this year. I've got my gorgeous Bowden dress that's got the like paisley print on it, and I've seen a lot of items on the high street at the moment that have got like a really gorgeous paisley pattern. I think it's quite a big one for spring summer 2023, but another absolutely gorgeous dress. This is definitely more for like now. This is very like early springtime. You can layer up thermals underneath, you can wear boots with this, you can wear trainers. This is very much the kind of thing that I want to wear now. Love the fact that it's got long sleeves. You guys know how I feel about a long sleeve, especially when it's got a gorgeous cuff like this. Like look at this cuff, it's got like a sheared detail on it, which is so cute. I quite like the fact that it had this like zip, so you can kind of like have it open or close as much as you want, and it also has that tie belt detail, which I absolutely love. Like don't get me wrong, you know I love being able to add a belt to outfits, but that tie waist detail is just so comfortable and easy to style. It means you don't even have to think about anything else that you're like styling up or adding on. You don't have to match your accessories. It's just an outfit in one, which is what I really love. So another gorgeous dress that I'm so excited to have in my spring summer dress collection. And finally we have got another winner, 3 absolutely stunning dresses. The only thing I'm thinking about with this one is it giving more autumn winter vibes than it is springtime, purely because of those darker colours? I'm not sure. But that being said, I was actually having a conversation with a friend of mine the other day, because it's been really difficult styling recently, because you don't want to be wearing winter clothes, but because of the weather, a lot of us are reaching for some like darker wintry colours. I've definitely noticed myself, especially as I like go back and watch through the vlogs, a lot of the colourways that I'm wearing at the moment are still quite dark and like muted, and I think it's because when it's raining you don't want to be wearing bright pinks and bright whites and bright florals. So this actually I think might be perfect for the weather we're having at the moment. It also has pockets, which is very exciting. The fact that these all have pockets is just amazing. This would also be another lovely workwear dress. I think it's really beautiful, really professional. Love the cinched in waist. Again, it's just so flattering and easy to wear. Love the fact that you can kind of have this zip done up as high or as low as you want. If you want, you could do it all the way up and have it's like a really preppy style, but I like to have it a little bit open and a little bit more relaxed. And of course the cuff detail on the sleeves are super flattering as well. So this would be a perfect dress to hide thermals underneath, to wear boots with. I think there are loads of different ways that you can wear this, and I can definitely see this being like a transitional dress. So I can wear it now. I think it would also be great in like September, October time when we transition into autumn. So I think it's a really wearable piece that I'm definitely going to bring out of my wardrobe every 6 months. Basically, it's going to get really good wear in springtime and in autumn time. And that is a kind of dress that I love to add into my wardrobe. So another absolutely gorgeous number. Saint and Sophia, you have outdone yourself. Oh my goodness me. Can you hear the rain hammering down outside? It is just full on winter mood today. Yesterday we were feeling spring. Today it is giving full on winter vibes, and it's coming down so hard on my Velux windows right now. It's like the best and the worst thing about Velux windows is how loudly you can hear the rain outside. It's the best in the sense of you can get like cozy and snug, and it's really homey. You just want to like curl up in a ball. Worse in the sense of when you're in the spring mood, on a day like today, the last thing you want to be hearing right now. Like I am wearing a full-on spring dress, although that being said, I have added on my cashmere cardigan over the top because I was getting a little bit chilly. I'm the kind of person that the second I stop and sit still, I get really cold, and I had just spent the last couple of hours in meetings, on calls, and on my laptop, so I thought I would just add my cashmere cardigan to keep me nice and cozy warm. This is one that I featured in my spring capsule wardrobe video, and I love it because it's just like the perfect layering piece, especially if you're like me and you you love your pretty summer dresses, it's great just to throw over the top, because it doesn't like detract from the dress, it doesn't take away from it, doesn't like take away from the silhouette or anything like that. It just gives you a little bit of an extra layering piece. But seeing as though I've been sitting still for so long, I decided I want to move about a bit, and I want to do some baking this afternoon, and I want to bake fairy cakes. Now, I've got my recipe book out right here. This is actually a really, really gorgeous journal. It's like a personalized journal from a brand called Mills and Brown, who were founded by Monica. Oh, I'm blanking on her surname now, but I will leave it linked down below. She is basically like the queen of charity shop, secondhand luxury shopping. She is absolutely amazing, and she owns Mills and Brown, and they have some really, really gorgeous leather bound journals. They are actually, I believe, bringing out, I think, hair pieces and some like fashion accessories, which is very, very exciting. So I've got my eye out on that. But I got this around Christmas time, and I wanted to use this as a recipe book, like a really beautiful recipe book that maybe my kids can use, my grandkids can use. I'm like slowly but surely adding my recipes into here, and I just love the fact that you can get it completely personalized. So obviously I had recipes written on in the gold embossing, but you can get someone's name, you can get the year, you can get their surname, you can get, I don't know, anything that you want for whatever you want the journal to be. But it's a really, really beautiful one. It's like leather with like the gold embossing, and then also I love the branding on the inside, the Mills and Brown. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I am going to be doing today my mum's fairy cakes, and I have literally written in the book Mum's fairy cakes so that she knows I'm not stealing them, and this is her recipe, and this is something that I've got from her. Now, these are kind of a mixture between, they're not quite a muffin, but they're not quite a cupcake. Like, there's something in between, and she's just always called them fairy cakes. And I'm not gonna lie to you, these are literally the taste of my childhood. Like, whenever someone was feeling sad, they had like a hard week, if you had birthday parties, if you had special occasions, my mum would make these fairy cakes, and they were always our absolute favorite. Really perfect for just like a midweek sweet treat. They are so, so lovely. Actually, I would say you can have them kind of any time of the day as well. Like, you can have it 11 o'clock with your morning coffee, you can have it 3 o'clock for like 3-time tea time, you can have it after dinner. That's what I really, really like about them. And this recipe does 6 cakes. So I will leave the recipe down below in the description box if you guys do want to check it out, because I know you love the strawberry and peach crumble recipe. So many of you guys have done that, and it makes me so happy when I get photos in my DMs being like, my strawberry and peach crumble. Like, it just makes me so, so happy. So if anyone does this recipe, send it to me, because I will show my mum, and it will make her day, because this is her recipe that she actually adapted from, I think it was a Victoria sponge cake. It's kind of like a Victoria sponge cupcake, but I just call them my mum's fairy cakes because that is exactly how I've known them for. I think I would love to do as well a reel for these, because I'm really enjoying doing my baking reels, but they do take a lot of work, and I think I just want to make the cakes and enjoy them today. So I will leave the recipe linked down below. Gorgeous little recipe book. But yeah, I'm really excited to bake these because I definitely need a bit of a pick-me-up on a day like today. I completely forgot to put my apron on earlier, and it's starting to get a little bit messy, so I've just popped that on now. My little Baking with Ellie apron that Alex got me for Christmas. Is it Baking with Ellie or Ellie Bakes? Baking with Ellie, I always forget which way around it is, but Alex got me this for Christmas, and I just love it. It's like the cutest little pinny apron in the entire world. So just pop that on now to save my dress. But I've got all of the ingredients together in a bowl now, and this is one of those recipes that is just so easy because you don't have to separate ingredients, you don't have to like mix them separately or anything like that. And especially if you've got something like a Kenwood, like a food mix or anything like that, it just makes your life so, so easy. I got my Kenwood, was it Christmas 2021? Yeah, it must have been 2 years ago now, and oh my goodness me, it's been one of the best investments in the world. Like, it is spenny and it's quite bougie to have, but if you bake a lot, It's an absolute lifesaver. So a great present if you know someone that loves their baking. So you literally just put all of the ingredients together in the bowl, and then we're gonna just mix it all together. It's that simple and that easy, and I absolutely love it for that. I always start slow when it comes to the mixing, so there's nothing worse than when the flour poofs back up in your face. So you start slow, get it all mixed in there, and then we can turn it up and get all the batter properly mixed. And it saves me so much time and so much energy. Smelling absolutely amazing in here. I've just taken them out of the oven, and this one has just been calling my name. If you're wondering why it's looking so dark, it's because I use gluten-free flour, and I always find that gluten-free flour ends up a lot darker than normal flour, but I think we need a taste test. That is so good. Oh my god, my mouth is literally salivating after having one bite. I'm desperate to finish this, and knowing me, I could probably finish the entire batch of fairy cakes in one sitting if I'm not careful. It really is the perfect mid-week treat. Perfect for a night like tonight where we just want to hunker down and get cozy. So plan of action for this evening, other than filling our boots with fairy cakes, I think we're just gonna have a nice cozy evening on the sofa. Knowing me, I will probably end back up on Farfetch's new in section and having a little scroll of what's coming in for spring, summer. So I will leave a link to the new in section down below if you also want to have a little peruse, as well as leaving links to all of the items that I have featured in today's video. I really hope you guys have enjoyed the unboxings, seeing what's new in and seeing what I have been purchasing recently. If you got to the end of this video, leave me the word fairy for my fairy cakes down below in the comments, or the little fairy emoji, the little pixie emoji. Leave me one of those down below, because I always love knowing who gets to the end of the videos and who manages to make it through my endless rambles. I appreciate you so much. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.